Hi everyone. In this video we're going to go over a very simple but effective attack that white can play. And especially if you're a beginner or don't have too much opening theory, I would highly recommend playing this. And this attack can actually happen in multiple different openings. But I'm going to show from a four knights position. So we move the knight attacking the pawn, they move their knight defending the pawn. And now a different version of this can happen in the Scotch game too, but for the sake of this video, we're going to do the four knights. And now it's time to develop the bishop. We can try to go somewhere like b5 or c4. Let's go to b5 to attack the opponent's knight. They can do the same exact thing. You can castle, they can castle. We advance the pawn to try to get the bishop out. And then they can do the same thing too. So this is where we can get a little bit excited because we can try to do this attack. And by moving the bishop to g5, we are effectively pinning the knight. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to put more pressure on this knight to do this plan. So they can actually copy us the same exact way. That's a topic for another video where we can do the copycat. But if the opponent moves their bishop somewhere like this, you can bring your knight to d5, attacking the opponent's knight, and also putting pressure on the b4 bishop. And a lot of times, especially beginners in this position, they start to freak out a little bit. Obviously, if the knight captures, queen is hanging. But instead of doing that move, a lot of times I see black play h6. And h6 itself is a blunder, actually. Because once the pawn goes to here, it is defended by the g-pawn, but the g-pawn is also defending the knight on f6. So normally we would just move the bishop away or even capture the knight with the bishop. But in this position, we're going to capture it with the knight. We're capturing with a check. Most of the time, black captures. And now, because the g pawn went to f6, the h6 pawn is now hanging. And now we bring the bishop with a tempo move as well. We're attacking the rook. And if black moves the rook to e8, our goal is to somehow bring the queen to g7. If the queen can go to g7 in a few moves, that's going to be a very, very successful plan. But you see, we can't actually move the queen instantly because the knight is blocking the way. And even if the knight moves, the light squared bishop is going to be attacking on g4. And you definitely want to be careful. You don't want to lose the queen when we're in such a good position. So one idea would be to try to move the knight back so that we can move the queen somewhere like h5. You can also move your knight to h4 in this position to try to block it on f5. And once the knight goes to f5, the bishop will be blocked. For example, if black tries to attack your bishop, then we can bring the queen to h5. That's going to be a very good idea. If in this position, black plays something random, we block this bishop's diagonal with the knight. And if they capture, you can just capture back with the pawn. It doesn't really matter. And the goal is to now bring the queen to g4, and you want to go to g7. And there's not much they can do right now. If in this position they bring the king to here to attack the bishop, we don't want to move the bishop away. That's going to be a loss of tempo. So instead, we can move the queen to h5, and we are threatening to do a discovered check. We're also attacking the pawn on f7. That is a good idea too. And if any reason, if they go back, you do the original plan, and we'll go to g7. That's going to be a checkmate. Maybe they'll try to bring the queen to protect the pawn. And then the position is getting a little bit more complicated, but you can even do some rook lift ideas, right? So this is the main idea. We are going to put pressure on the pin knight that's on f6 by moving the knight to d5. Now let's change this up a little bit. Let's modify. For example, instead of moving the bishop, let's say black captures our knight with their bishop. If they do that, you can actually just capture back with the pawn. And now we still want to attack this, but in this position, we don't have an instantaneous way to attack it. Maybe you can try to move the f-pawn after moving the knight to use the rook's attack too. But black is okay right now. If black attacks with the pawn, you can go back. And if for some reason black tries to play g5, this is where you can actually consider a knight sacrifice. And after we sacrifice the knight, our goal is to attack this weak knight. Since black no longer has a dark squared bishop, they cannot get out of this pin by blocking it, right? Since black just captured the knight. So in order to put more pressure on the knight, you can use the queen, but if the king protects, technically it is well defended. At least for now it's defended enough. So the goal will be to free the rook's way by playing f4, capturing the pawn. Let's say they play this. If they capture back, you capture yourself. Again, bishop is going to capture on f6. You can bring the queen somewhere like h5, and the goal will be to move the queen to h8. Right? So that is going to be a very early attack you can do as white in these games. You can do it as black too. Like if white doesn't pay attention, you can definitely do that. And we're not really like hanging any pieces, we're not overextending, so it's a solid way of starting the game. For example, if in this position black moves the pawn to h6 to prevent you from going to g5, then we don't have this attack, so you can place your bishop on somewhere like e3, and then you might even consider some bishop sacrifices. Not instantly, but maybe in the future, right? That would be a solid idea too. If you guys liked the video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.